Alright. What the fuck? Alright. 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 Okay, so basically, you guys don't know. We're gonna react to some clips. Okay, so basically, you guys don't know. We're gonna react to some clips. Alright. So let's see. You said some agitate clips. Let's see. So what I want to talk to you guys about was I'm trying to start like a foundation to like give back to people. So like it's basically just like giving away money to people. If you don't know, I do run a charity, and basically I donate to like cats and dogs, like pet shelters and stuff like that. Just small things to like help the community. But basically, when I hit 10K, I want to have like everyone just like come together and we can do some sort of donation thing. I don't know. If you guys are interested in that, that's dope. But anyways, that's that. What else? I want to react to some shorts. Yeah.
The very.
Alright. If you guys have anything you want to react to, I'm gonna just send it in the chat, and I'll read chat, and I'll react to it. And we can talk about it together. Cause like I want everyone to get in the discussion. Like this is like it's not like I'm like the superhero here. Like everyone here has an opinion, so like you can just give your input and shit. But basically, yeah, let's just react to shorts for now, and I'll just talk through the shorts, so I can give my input and shit.
Best of Ali Wong.
Then I would jump on him and hold onto his neck, and I would just twerk the shit out of him. Do some of this shit that I learned in Atlanta. Ha 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 ha.
No, that's it. Watching this is the overwhelming feeling that I have. I feel deeply, deeply sad. I really do. I'm really sad right now. The very best of Ali Wong.
Then I would jump on him and hold onto his neck, and I would just twerk.
Yeah, basically female feminist. As we know, female feminist right here. Fucking weirdo. Typical female feminist. If you know. Just doing random shit. Dumb shit.
I have an argument with a feminist, and she was saying that we need to teach men not to rape. And I said, my dear, I love how idealistic you are, but I am realistic. Men are already taught not to rape. She's like, no, we need to go and change language at school.
Actually, you know what? We are going to react to it. Cool. We react to the Andrew Tate Aiden Ross podcast. Because I remember they did it a couple days ago, and it's like, we'll start from the beginning, so everyone knows. So I'll give you guys a bit of a background. Essentially what happened was,
oh my god.
Aiden Ross, this little like bimbo, like doesn't work out at all. Just does not do any shit at home. Wanted to like just like call Tate up again, even though he like Tate told him like to like do shit. But he just like moved to LA, got a bunch of whores, and now just broke up with his girlfriend, and just like his life is all shit, you know? So like now he's like talking Top G, and it's, like Top G's like fucking pissed. So like yeah.
God. Reunited and it feels so good.
See, he's
It's certainly been a while.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Yeah.
Top G.
But look at this.
I can see you got
Aiden,
bigger,
what-
my friend.
You can tell he's not working.
Aiden, what are you doing with your life?
You can tell he's not
Come on,
working.
bro. Already off the jump? You don't want to catch up? Hey, how's it going? Were you new
What's the
set?
point?
Like, this is like the problem with society. Like the thing about society is that when like people try to tell you something, like you gotta learn from your mistakes. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I might work out today. Fucking like 30 years later you start working out. Like that shit doesn't work like that. You gotta start fucking doing it today. And Aiden Ross is a perfect example of someone who doesn't do shit like do any shit, you know. That shit doesn't matter for him. But you know, it's Aiden Ross. He doesn't really give a fuck because he makes like a shit ton of money from Twitch. So yeah.
What's the point in catching up with you when I basically know the answer? You're sitting in Miami doing hedonistic bull,
No.
sitting around doing
No.
drugs, drinking, doing
No.
absolutely nothing important, hanging around with a bunch of losers. That's what you're doing.
Okay. To be fair, I moved to LA, back to LA.
That's even worse. The only thing worse than godless Miami is godless LA.
Listen.
So you're living amongst the crackheads, dodging human excrement to get into your penthouse and find some female who's absolutely and utterly promiscuous, who's happy to just be used and defiled because for some reason she...
Hey, bro has like fucking 4 whores. Let me see. What's it called? Fuck. Like latest stream is all whores. What's it called? Skybree. Fucking whore right here. You got like a bunch of whores. Like, what is this stream?
You know what we should do?
No what? No.
Kick you out and then Sky and me fuck. Wait, do you guys mind if I kiss her?
You can kiss her.
Wait, no, do you
If you want to, my love.
No, obviously. Do you want to kiss me?
If I kiss her?
It's okay.
No.
Give my permission.
You are. Do I?
Okay.
Yeah.
You asking me?
Bro. Bro, this is what happens when you have fucking whores in your house. fucking just do whatever the fuck they want to do. Fucking kiss each other. Alright. But I don't know, bro. I don't even know like what people in LA do. Like, bro, all the porn stars in LA. I don't know.
She seems to think that's the answer to something. Consuming casual narcotics. When's the last time you donated money to anybody, Aiden? When's the last time you helped somebody?
What the fuck? I mean, I don't know.
You don't help anyone. No, you don't help anyone but the fucking local drug dealer. When's the last time you went to church?
I'm Jewish.
Whatever.
I mean,
The answer is still, you haven't done anything of note since I've seen you.
Yeah. Me and my girlfriend broke up.
Why did you and your girlfriend break up?
Okay, so hear this, right? We broke up. I just feel like it was more of an outgrown type of thing. We both wanted different things. I'm not gonna lie, you know, we broke up. And then she made an OnlyFans yesterday.
You wanted different things.
Yeah.
What did you want then? What did you want that she didn't want?
Bro, why the fuck does Aiden Ross just like admit he fucking fucked up? Like, bro.
Me, I just wanted to kind of like seclude myself, and I wanted to, because I'm lost, and I wanted to find myself, and I feel like I wanted to find myself.
So you agree with me? You are lost. You're a lost
Yes,
soul.
100%, yes.
I want you to donate a significant portion of money, a significant amount of money to charity right now.
Okay, how much and what charity?
About $100,000.
Andrew, let me explain.
Everyone is watching you, Aiden. You waste your life. We've just discussed how you do nothing but hedonistic garbage. Your entire life's a fucking waste. You have all this opportunity at your young age, and you're sitting around doing fucking nothing with it but fucking whores in LA. You're gonna donate $100,000. You're gonna donate $100,000 to an animal shelter because puppies deserve it.
Aww.
Right now.
That's actually really sweet. What if
I'm waiting.
Okay, I don't know the legit one. Like, what if they just like steal my money and shit? They don't do anything about the puppies.
Oh no, let's hope they don't steal your money. Let's hope they're more honorable than the drug dealers you fund.
I don't do drugs, bro. I don't do drugs.
You do drugs, don't lie.
No, the only thing I do is drink alcohol. That's it, okay?
You live.
Bro, I think it's so funny with this. But the thing is that like Aiden has to like actually do shit. Like, bro, he fucking just sits at home drinking fucking alcohol, just doing like probably fucking weed, you know, just sitting around fucking inviting whores to his house, you know. Like it's fucked, bro. You can't just be fucking like doing nothing for like the whole day. You gotta like learn from your mistakes. You can't just like just not do shit. Aiden's just a clear example of just like not doing any shit at all. Which is why I personally think that he like needs some kind of like someone to guide him, like just a tutor or something, a mental model. And Tate's the best for that. The thing, as you can see through the stream, he just doesn't accept anything fucking Tate does. Bro's just always fucking doing whatever the fuck he does. Just say you're in the stream. I mean, he makes fucking money, but like, dude, that's kind of fucked, you know? Like, you gotta like start actually doing shit. Not hanging out with whores, you know? Your lifestyle's fucked. It's whatever though, cause like, you know, what can you do when you have like the world and shatters, everyone, just a bunch of whores. Like you want to go to the place where all the whores are at, which makes it like so much more like hard to like convince someone that already is like stuck in like a maze trying to get out. And Aiden Ross is like just basically like that. He just doesn't do shit. He doesn't do shit. Yeah, Andrew Tate was like, but Andrew Tate needs to like somehow like in some way convince Aiden to actually do something that's like beneficial to his life. Because at this point, Aiden just looks like a piece of shit, sitting on the couch, or sitting on his fucking gaming chair, you know, drinking fucking regular water. Like, who the fuck even drinks regular water in 2022, bro? Just start drinking sparkling water. That's rich people water. But yeah, bro's like fucking in a shitty position. That's probably why his girlfriend broke up with him. He doesn't know why his girlfriend broke up with him. No, bro, it's clear. Aiden Ross. Think about this. Aiden Ross is like basically just some random dude that's like streaming. I mean, that's like the only thing going for him. Like, he makes a shit ton of money from streaming. But like, Dude, what else? He doesn't got any muscle. He doesn't like run a business or anything. He doesn't meet like interesting people. He's always with a bunch of like alcoholics, drug dealers, you know. Like there's nothing special about Aiden Ross, you know. Nothing special about Aiden Ross, which is probably why she left him. Because fucking Aiden Ross has nothing special for him. There's nothing going for this motherfucker. The motherfucker's on fucking all the fucking drugs, bro. And Tate's totally right on every single thing. But where's the part where Tate actually gets pissed off here?
Degenerate.
Don't say that.
Oh, fuck.
Just being a fucking YouTuber or a Twitch streamer or a drop shipper or all this other garbage. You couldn't just make money on the internet like now.
Garbage.
Yeah, garbage. So
Okay.
I created a very, very successful and lucrative company. Google my net worth and Google your net worth. Let's compare.
Okay. Andrew Tate net worth. You are worth 355 million. Mid. All right, let's look up Aiden Ross net worth.
Alright, hello? Sorry, the stream disconnected. Alright, so basically, stream fucking disconnected. What? Yeah, stream disconnected, fucking, waste. Basically what Aiden Ross was saying, and Tate was saying is like, he's 10x times Aiden's like fucking net worth, and God is on his side, basically showing that he like believes in this like higher power and shit. Whereas people from like LA, and Miami and stuff, they just party all day, they do drugs, they do all this like hedonistic bullshit. Like it's all fucked. Everywhere like that's like in America, that's a city has all these like drugs, homeless, all this fucking shit. All this shit is fucked. And like poured into the country and everyone just takes it and everyone gets fucking, crazy and shit, and they make like zero money at all. So that's why like having like some sort of like moral compass, like so you gotta have at least one guy. Like think about it. You can't just be like godless. Like people think that they can just be godless and just do whatever the fuck they want. But in reality, that's not true at all. Like, you gotta have some sort of, like, moral standard. You can't just do whatever the fuck you want. You can't just do drugs every day. Which is why, like, most people in LA are just fucking trash. Like, that's a reason why, like, countries that are in the Middle East, like, countries in Europe that are, like, Eastern Europe, have way more success than like American countries. It's because they have actually moral standards. They believe in, at least they have Allah, they have God, and they have some sort of moral compass. Whereas if you live in fucking LA, there's like whores everywhere. There's porn stars everywhere. Everyone's just doing whatever the fuck they want. They don't have any sort of moral compass. They're just sitting there looking like a fucking bunch of dumb fools, and they just sit there and watch others also do dumb shit, and they keep doing dumb shit. And it's the same cycle over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And the people, the men, especially the men, which I myself included, I've fallen in some traps. But these men, like they've got themselves into they're either dating whores, like just leave them after like about a year, and they fucking get into some dumb breakup and shit, or they have like zero bitches. And what they do is they just fucking masturbate all day and do drugs. And Aiden Ross, the only reason why he had some sort of girlfriend is because he was rich. He's rich because he just does streaming. But other than that, he has nothing else for him. He's just some random, regular white dude that sits on his chair talking to a bunch of random like kids online. There's nothing interesting about him. He doesn't have any interesting input. Which is why Andrew Tate is totally trying to change his lifestyle to make Aiden Ross actually understand the fucking shit he's doing. Like, this is clearly not, like, you can't just be sitting here all day and just expect to make $1 million every day. Just make money. Like, it's only a certain You only get a certain time to like do stuff, and after that you're done. You don't have like your whole life to fucking pour into drugs and all these topics. There's nothing you can do, you know. Like, it's only a certain. But yeah, that's basically what I want to say. Yeah, there's really nothing going great in Russ other than that. Yeah. Let's keep watching.
Doing life godlessly. Where's your guidance?
You're right.
This is why your soul's in pain. You're fucking these porn stars and OnlyFans girls, and you're living this great life. You're doing everything you're supposed to do, but deep inside, when you look in the mirror at night, you know you are sad. And you are sad because your soul hurts, because you need God. When God becomes your ally, then no mortal man is worth fear or even respect. I will destroy any mortal man on the planet. I fear one person, and that is God alone.
Damn.
You need to take a bunch of money now, give it away, and go to church. That's what you need to do. But you're not going to. But one day you will see I was right. If they don't kill me first, if the Matrix doesn't assassinate me, God decides when my time will come to an end. In a few years, maybe a decade, you will one day wake up and say, remember when I used to talk to that Andrew Tate guy?
Are you scared of dying at all or not?
I don't believe in fear.
I
do think it's a real...
So you don't fear anything but God is what you're saying. You don't fear anything at all.
There's no point being afraid of something I cannot stop.
Yeah, it's
But
inevitable.
I do believe it's a very real possibility that sooner or later something is going to happen to me, yes. And if I'm still breathing, when you finally realize I was right, it'd be nice to talk about it. And if not, you can remember me in fond memories of when you'd sit and talk to Andrew Tate and how he told me everything I was doing was degenerate and I need to go to church and find God and fix my spirit. When you finally do it, you're going to understand how right I was.
Temple, I'm Jewish. Temple. Synagogue.
I don't care. God is God.
Bro. Or they might die. That's what I'm saying. Like, they might fucking get killed for saying like shit like this. It's like he's like awakening people, but like at the same time, he's just like making others just like, you know. Bro, Tay is fucked. Like his ideas are just way too smart for like the average people to understand. The average person just sits on his gaming all day, watching porn, you know, all this dumb shit. But when someone, they do agree with Tay on like a lot of stuff, but when someone sees his stuff, they gotta take action. Like Aiden just only watches Tay and he doesn't take any action at all, which makes him like actually a useless piece of shit. He doesn't take up any advice or anything, you know? Fucking useless shit.
God.
Oh, yeah.
God is God.
True. Okay. Have you been hearing about what's going on with Kanye?
Yeah, he pissed off some people, didn't he? He pissed you're Jewish. Are you mad at him?
I feel like he was disrespecting the people that are on top, that are owning these companies and stuff. But, you know, it's just really up in the air right now. I love Kanye's music, and he's an artist, and he's a legend. But it's just...
Do you think I am less famous since my cancellation or more famous? Do you think I've been canceled? Do you think it's worked?
I'm about to sneeze. Sorry. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely worked. I don't see you anymore. I don't.
I don't know how that can be. I don't know how that can possibly be true.
No,
let's load up your TikTok now, and let's go through the first 10 to 15 videos.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Madison Beer.
Degenerate.
Don't say that. Fast and Furious. Drake. Al. Speed. A Party in LA.
Your TikTok is terrible.
Police in Ohio. Girls who are scared to lose their virginity.
Good. That's the one you need, Aiden. Wait, go back to that one.
Okay.
You need a girl like that. A good girl.
Okay, that's like
Scared to
5.
lose her virginity.
Yeet. The Mento Soda Challenge.
Oops. I just loaded up my own TikTok and it was me.
2 girls dancing in a school.
Alright, Nikki, I'm out of here.
Nick 30, streamer.
10 seconds to.
Ad. Lil Uzi Vert. Drake.
You're right. I'm not on your TikTok.
Wow. My fucking ex just popped on my For You page. Nice.
Let me see.
I'm not with that.
Who's that? Is that your ex?
Yeah.
Bro's got an ex, bro. That's when you know he like passing.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, it's interesting because I've heard a lot of people say that I am more famous than ever. A lot of people say, oh yeah, it's hard to find you now, etc. I'm doing very, very well on Rumble. I've got more views on Rumble than I ever had on YouTube. I've got more subscribers now. So on YouTube, I had 700,000. I now have 800,000 subs on Rumble. Also, when I did a live stream on YouTube, I'd get maybe 15 to 20,000 live. On Rumble, I get 50 to 60,000 live.
Damn.
So, yeah, so I'm much larger on Rumble than I ever was on YouTube. I think I'm still super Googled. Let's compare. Load up Google Trends and compare Andrew Tate Google searches to Aiden Ross Google searches.
All right, how do we do it?
I don't think I'm the most Googled man in the world anymore. I think Putin's beating me.
Google searches.
Yeah, go to Google Trends. Type in Google Trends.
Okay.
And then type in my name and then type in your name and you can compare how many Google searches per whatever.
Aiden Ross. Who cares?
Click compare.
Damn.
Wait for it to load.
What the? Oh, that's a. Damn, bro.
Yeah, so
Shit
you're a
on
nobody.
me.
You're a fucking nobody, yeah.
What
You're a
the
total fucking nobody.
Hold
So if
on.
I'm canceled,
Let's go
if I'm
fast.
canceled, no, if I'm canceled, who are you? What are you? Imagine streaming every fucking day and still failing to the guy with no social media.
Wait. What?
Admit it.
Exactly, bro.
Yo.
Admit if I'm canceled, you're super canceled. In fact, no, worse than canceled. Admit you're just a fucking nobody. You never existed in the first place.
Yo. What the?
Andrew Tate, fucking bro. That was way more fucking interesting than fucking Aiden Ross.
Fucking nobody. You never existed in the first place.
Bro's a god. There's nothing too much to say, but it just like did. Yeah. What else is there to do? Let's see. Let's see here. What else videos do we got? Let's see. Alright, let's see this.
So this is gym. There's no girls allowed in this gym. It's a real thing. It's interesting. There's no music. I'm not gonna lie, there's like 0 distractions.
There's no bitches too. It's like interesting.
Focus.
Focus. Yeah.
Completely focused. It's nice.
It's the, like legit. Like there's like every machine you could ever think about.
Like look at this shit. Over at tricep. Like where you seen this handle before? It's different without the music too. I feel like I'm praying, dude. Praying to the games.
If you ever get the feeling you're gonna fade away, I could be there behind you.
I said, can you tell I've been taking Anabar? Can you tell?
Why are you taking Anamar?
To get stronger, bro. I want to get ass, bro. I want to drive a Range Rover, Brad. I want to be like you.
Yeah, but you should just train properly.
I thought if you just took this shit, you get like...
No.
Fuck. Wait, how much is this? Head chest yesterday, too. Fucking bitch. Don't cut that. 15 reps.
When did you start taking Anavar?
A couple weeks ago.
Are you actually serious?
No, bro.
Okay.
Should I get on it?
No.
It's funny how there's no chicks in here.
Just, they're not allowed.
No, but what's hilarious is you're still getting eyes on you. Bro, you could damn near go gay.
That's the funniest thing you've ever said, dude.
No, like, I'm actually paying attention. Like, some dudes are like, just like looking up and down on you. And I was like, dude, Brad could really fuck some dudes, man.
I mean, I guess if that was my thing.
Lower back is like so fun doing.
Lower back? You mean like doing deadlifts? You like getting your lower back sore?
Yeah.
Kind of strange.
Having a lower, come on, man, don't do that.
It's kind of strange. No, I'm being honest with you.
Bro, let's see here. Fucking, what is on the news, bro? There's like nothing to react to. Yeah, let's react to Ben Shapiro. Why not?
So, meanwhile, over at SNL, people are very, very upset. Dave Chappelle is going to host SNL, and this must not stand. This aggression must not stand, because Dave Chappelle says that men are the ones with the penises and women are the ones with the vaginas. And Dave Chappelle is not allowed to say that. It's very, very bad that he keeps saying it over and over, that men are men and women are women. This is very bad and unacceptable. And so SNL's writers, who couldn't locate a joke if they were handed a map to one, those writers have decided that they are not going to write for Dave Chappelle, which means that actually the show might be funny for the first time in years. According to the New York Post, there's unrest at 30 Rock, page 6 years, over the decision to sign up Dave Chappelle to host Saturday Night Live this weekend. We are told some staff writers are so furious that the comedy superstar, who has made transphobic and homophobic jokes, has been chosen to helm the iconic show, they are sitting out the episode. They're not going to do the show, an insider told Page 6. None of the actors are boycotting. Yeah, no bleep, none of the actors are boycotting. None of the actors are boycotting because Dave Chappelle is super famous. If Dave Chappelle cast them in a movie with him, they'd take that check immediately. It's always funny. It's all the backstage guys who are like, well, I'm boycotting. You can't get me to put my name on this script. Nobody's heard of you, man. Nobody cares. You know how many comedy writers are out there who died to write for Dave Chappelle? A bajillion. All the actors like, I too am very... How many scenes am I in with Dave? How many lines do I have? Chappelle's rep told us there was nothing to suggest there was a boycott when they attended writers' meetings this week. SNL revealed that the Chappelle Show star would host the show with musical guest Black Star on November 12th. This would be his third time as host. He last hosted the sketch comedy show in 2020. That was well before Netflix released his 2021 special, The Closer. Chappelle was at 30 Rock on Tuesday, meeting with writers and producers. His rep said there was no evidence of a boycott. The room was full of writers. They all pitched ideas. They seemed very excited about it. Dave is looking forward to having some fun. After the announcement, SNL writer Celeste Yim wrote reportedly on Instagram stories, quote, I'm trans and non-binary. Wow, so how are you trans? I'm confused. Trans usually means that you're a member of the opposite sex, but you're both non-binary and trans. We're now using mutually exclusive terms to characterize ourselves. That's fun. I use they, them pronouns. Transphobia is murder, and it should be condemned. Well, actually, murder is murder. And if by transphobia you mean saying that boys and girls exist, that's murder, that's not. It's unclear. If they are one of the writers, but the media playing along with this garbage is just so annoying. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. Celeste Yim is not a plural human. There's no such thing as a plural human. The minute that you say that you are a they, or a she, or a he, or a she, or or a unicorn, the entire newspaper industry is like, well, I guess we'll call you they. Sure, why not? It is unclear if they are one of the writers boycotting this week's show. I can guarantee they are not one of the writers. They must be multiple of the writers, because they is a plural pronoun. It is unclear if they are one of the writers boycotting this week's show, or if they were actually referring to Chappelle. They did not get back to us when we reached out. By us, do you mean, is that a plural pronoun or a singular pronoun for the writers? I don't know. A rep for SNL also did not get back to us. Meanwhile, the show made history when it announced its first out non-binary cast member, Molly Kearney, back in September. Kearney has not publicly addressed Chappelle's upcoming show. So fun to watch. So much comedy going on. Exciting stuff watching comedy. I love my comedying. We'll get back to more of this in just one moment. First, does it make sense that the company that controls 90% of all internet searches also runs your email service and tracks everything you do on your smartphone?
Interesting. All right, good fuck. Let's see. What else here?
Well, joining me now is Andrew Tate, whose videos have been viewed billions of times online, but he's been banned from pretty much every mainstream social media platform, including Twitter. Andrew Tate, welcome back to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Your take on this, I think, is quite interesting because you've been a victim of being if victim's the right word, but you've been removed from social media platforms for your opinions. Elon Musk has dedicated himself, he says, to restoring free speech. Do you think that's going to include you, for example?
I don't think it matters if it.
I hope Andrew Tate gets fucking unbanned on Twitter. Because then, like, the whole entire. I like how. Because then the whole. Like, all the liberals are going to get pissed off. They're all going to stop, like, being weird. And they all get pissed off at Tate. And it's all going to go bonkers. And it's going to be, like, so fucking funny. Just seeing, like, all them fucking just walk, like, attack each other. It's just going to be so funny. But, yeah, let's hope that Tate gets unbanned. Just so we can see, like, all the shit, like all the liberals go crazy and shit. But yeah.
Includes me or not. I think what's important is that free speech is the #1 weapon against absolute tyranny. And although you cannot have complete free speech because then conversations completely break down into asinine insult fests, I do like the idea of the changing of the guard when it comes to control over information.
Is it possible, Andrew Tate, to actually police something like Twitter, to be a platform for genuine free speech? Or is it so toxic and tribal now that whatever happens, you know, before we had all the people on the right screaming away that they were being no platformed and so on. Now you've got all the people on the left screaming that they're being diminished in some way. It's very tribal, very toxic. Can Musk cut through that? And if so, how?
Yeah, it's going to be extremely difficult. There's always going to be one group of people who are extremely unhappy, but I think that anybody who's perspicacious enough to understand the truth of what's been going on in the world recently will know that the left and their narratives have certainly been protected for a very long time. And the universe has swings and balances, and God often restores balance to the universe, and perhaps it might swing the other way for a while. I truthfully am a person who believes that all points of view are extremely important, because as soon as you block points of view, you have absolute tyranny.
And in a way, it's sort of self-defeating, isn't it? Because you carried on getting huge attention. It was interesting to me that when you came on the show, for example, we've had, I think, nearly 6 million people have viewed the whole interview that we did, which is a huge number of people, certainly far higher than watched it on conventional television. So you have a whole world out there online which operates away from social media platforms.
Yeah, I've been very, very successful in spite of them, but not many people can do that. I'm in a pretty unique position, but I think that everybody needs a voice to a degree, and social media platforms are now the most important platforms on the planet. They control information, and they influence real-world decisions, and they influence people's perception of reality. The last few years of COVID have been a perfect example of what happens when you censor one side of the argument.
This is what I'm saying, like, bro. Like, think about COVID. Think about how they made us wear masks. Think about how they closed all the businesses. Think about how they took all the taxpayers' monies and gave them to the people that didn't work, and everyone just got free money, basically. Free money, free. Totally not like we got paid. We took it from the taxpayers just to give it to the relief checks to the people that totally could not work, the people that totally could not do any kind of work, and they just got free money. Yeah, that sounds a lot like some kind of tyranny right now. It does not sound like a free government thing. It's totally not like they actually helped us at all. Like, bro. So basically, they just took the money from the rich and gave it to the poor, and called it a day. And they got the poor still like them. And that's where all their main voter base is. So what the fuck do they do? There's no free speech involved. This is absolute selfishness. It's absolute tyranny, and it has to be stopped immediately, or else our country is going to go to doom. Because right now, if you've seen COVID, you already know what the government can do and what they could potentially do in the future, which could mean worse things than just making you wear masks and closing your stores and stealing your money. They could potentially start censoring actual messages, meetings, any speech, all this type of stuff might become more and more strict. This might be the next danger ahead. You never know. That's why this live stream is sponsored by the Dark Ages. Sign up to Iman Ghazali's the Dark Renaissance, the Digital Renaissance, sorry, at www.thedigitalnetrenaissance.com, and please make sure that you subscribe to Iman Ghazali and make sure to understand every single thing. In his the first meeting for his thing will be November 14th, so you can join that group. He's going to learn about other people, about how he's going to teach all these. Inevitably going to be happening in the future. So make sure that you get started. The digital renaissance, and get ready. Anyways, with that, sorry for the fucking
And you only allow one point of view to be purported by the Matrix in and of itself, and that's how you end up in tyrannical situations. I think you were just discussing that, Piers.
Yeah, and I think that's a perfectly valid point. You know, people have quite rightly held me to task over some of the positions I took during the COVID pandemic, notably when the scientists said as a definitive fact that you couldn't transmit the virus if you had the vaccine. It turned out that wasn't true. And I based my observations on that supposed fact and said, right, well, in that case, if you refuse to be vaccinated, you shouldn't get the same rights as people who've been vaccinated. If it's true that if you're unjabbed, you can pass it on. It turned out, actually, there's not much difference whether you've been vaccinated or not. And at that point, I changed my mind. But I felt that there were a lot of people who were being deplatformed from Twitter at the time for questioning the validity of scientific statements, and there would then be a complete U-turn. So I do think it was a very interesting period, actually, for testing what free speech means.
It was actually worse than that. You're right, Piers, but it was actually worse than interesting, because what happens is when you censor an entire side of the argument and only allowed one side of the argument to have a voice, you are changing reality in real time. You are shaping the world. The only reason that scam continued as long as it did, and the only reason people didn't get to see their own parents get buried, and the only reason people sat and missed cancer appointments because they were scared of the common cold, was because they were censoring anybody who said anything contrary to the purported version of events that the mainstream media decided they want the entire world to swallow. It's beyond simply interesting, and it's beyond simply funny or coincidental.
Yeah, I mean, I will challenge you on one thing. It's not the common cold, right? COVID-19 has killed 6.6 million people. It is one of the most deadly viruses, certainly of our lifetime. So it wasn't the common cold, but I do think it is completely justified for people to say we should be more cautious, I think, about accepting during fast-moving pandemics the word of scientists as being sacrosanct, because on a number of things, from the use of masks to the efficacy of vaccines in preventing transmission, they did massive U-turns.
I've read enough history books to know that the people who do the censoring are never the good guys. And they've been censoring a lot of arguments for a very long time in the name of good. They are weaponizing virtue, and it's always in the name of tyranny. Anybody who is out here trying to silence an entire side of an argument on any subject, whether it's COVID-19, immigration, anything else, they are the evil people who are out for absolute mind control of the populace. And they should be feared.
I certainly agree. I certainly agree that I think the healthiest thing for any democracy is for all views to be aired and debated. We seem to have lost the ability to debate. You know, when I interviewed you, yeah, we had a few fractious moments, but actually, I thought it was a pretty spirited debate between people who perhaps had, you know, preconceived views of each other. And I've got no problem interviewing you now about these, because I think you have an interesting take on this stuff.
And that's the key to life. When you reach that level of adolescence in your mindset where you can't handle any point of view that is contrary to your own, then you're truly a broken person. And that's what the internet is purporting. It's very interesting you said about Twitter being tribal. There's a large contingent of people on Twitter who simply cannot handle reading an opinion which differs from their own. And that is a degree of immaturity that we do not need adults to be functioning with in the modern world.
No, I agree. If you were Elon Musk, this idea of charging $8 now a month, whatever it is, to access the blue tick premium Twitter account. Would you do that? Would you pay the extra?
I think that social media companies for a very long time have lived in an absolute fantasy where they've printed money from thin air by charging people for pixels, and they grew into these large conglomerates with too many staff sitting around doing nothing, having coffee breaks. And Elon Musk is a businessman. He's walked into the office and he's firing a bunch of people who are messing around doing nothing, and he wants his business to make money, as it absolutely should. And how he decides that happens is his prerogative. I don't see why we should sit and accept that a website needs 200,000 people sitting around discussing in long meetings, sitting on beanbags about policy of human rights of some garbage, when he's come along and said, no, I'm a businessman. We're going to charge for our service. We're going to reduce the number of staff. And we're going to be a functional, coherent company, as they should be. And it's his prerogative to do it, as he's bought the company. I think he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, because I remember the appalling censorship of the New York Post exclusive about Hunter Biden, the son of the president, about his laptop. This is 3 weeks before the election that Joe Biden won. He was heading, to a possible victory, but it was tight. And that story, they reckon, could have tipped it either way. But it was completely suppressed and censored, starting with Twitter, then Facebook, then others. Twitter literally locked out the New York Post account for 2 weeks for breaking a completely true story. I thought that was shameful.
It's worse than shameful. It's worse than shameful. When you control information, you control the real world. They affect the real world in real time. They are genuinely affecting the reality people live in. They are not just a company. They're not just a social media platform. It affects absolutely every single person on the planet when it changes who is elected. I don't want to comment specifically on Hunter Biden or the laptop. I would never kill myself, but I don't think it's fair that they would hide certain key information that close to an election. And the fact that they've done that was done specifically to affect the world that we all live in. And we all have to suffer the consequences of those things. So to sit and say that these companies can just do whatever they want and they're private, etc. No, free speech is beyond important for democracy. It's important for the reality that we exist under.
Andrew Tate, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Frank.
keep my commitment that I would appoint the first black woman to the Supreme Court, Justice Jackson. And guess what? She's probably the smartest person on the Supreme Court.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the meaning
biologist.
of
She's probably the smartest person on the Supreme Court.
I don't.
Smartest person, my ass. Or dumbest person. Fucking. This is why you don't even point people based on their race. So entire dumb shit about diversity is so fucking stupid. America is totally going to shit.
我靠，这有个旗子。
Yeah, all this dumb shit, dude. All this dumb shit. Just people just doing the absolutely dumbest stuff. Our world is definitely going fucking shit.
Emergency meetings are the core of our monumental success.
That's
How do you deal with procrastination and laziness?
Why are you asking me that question? Why are you on this podcast asking me how to stop procrastinating? Turn off YouTube. Go do something. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with people? This is exactly what you were talking about asking a question where you already know the answer to. You know the answer is to stop doing things that waste your time and apply yourself to something important. Now, this may not be a waste of your time, but let me tell you, you're a dumbass, clearly. It's like Googling how to get fit, like you just said. Everyone knows what a push-up is. Do 10,000 of them a day. Stop wasting your fucking time. You know, I've never had to deal with procrastination. I've never had to deal with not being motivated because what is the alternative? Literally, be a loser forever. I am sick of reading shit on the internet saying, yeah, you know, some people are special and they take longer to bloom and your time will come. Let me tell you something. 99.9% of people who are born broke, live broke, stay broke, die broke. That is the reality for almost everybody. The internet and their it's all going to come to you at the right time bullshit is fucking a psyop.
Alright. So, wait, let me see. Mic is on. Alright, so basically, this is what I'm saying. Like, the whole idea of college is a scam. Think about it. When you grow up, you go to school. You go sit through school for what, 12 years? Maybe 13 plus preschool. And then you're thinking all those years, you're sitting at a desk. And you have a teacher just telling you, spieling all these knowledge, quote unquote, to you. Whereas only the first couple years are the only essential parts of your whole entire life that you actually need to know. And then they have this thing called college after you've done those 12 years to get you into the place, to get you started with your career. Oh, get your career started. Oh, you know, like it's going to just take 4 years. Everyone just needs 4 years and then you just become a millionaire. After 4 years, you're going to get a high-paying job, and then you're going to get a ton of money from all this stuff, all the stuff you study from studying college. Yeah, right, my ass. That's totally false. As you can see, let me Google. Average college student income.
思维音怎么说？没说，没有思维音。我拿到一个思维音，妈的就不能给这爱达斯吗？
Generally, it's $3,000. $3,000 is an average, with the average income after. Here, let's see. $55,000. Average salary is $55,000. Most people get this much per year. Average non-college ready salary. basically the same. Even having an associate degree. It's only 20K more, and you put 4 years, hundreds of thousands of dollars into college, and all you get is 20,000 more per year. 20,000 more per year. I mean, it's a bit more, but still, that's like fucking nothing. That's why college is such a waste of time. There's no such thing as, oh, you'll eventually bloom. There's no such thing. It's all a lie. It's all a scam. It's all a bull. No one actually cares about you at all. Your fucking dumbass is sitting here listening to a fucking professor talk about shit that will never help you ever in your whole entire life. You will never ever need someone to tell you what to do. You are wasting your life. And you know it. You know you're wasting your life. You know you're trying your best to like get $0 at all. So if you're just sitting here in the stream, if anyone's actually watching, make sure to actually start doing shit. Because if you don't, no one's going to do anything for you. The world does not revolve. The world revolves in a certain way. It doesn't follow where the fuck you want it to do. Like, you gotta actually start doing stuff, or else you will end up miserable, and you will never ever get any sort of actual moral thing. There's nothing you can do that will actually surprise anyone. So I just want to end it there for today, guys. Thank you guys for coming up, like stopping by. Anyone that stopped by. I know there's like a small crowd today, but like the 6 people that liked, thank you guys all for coming out and supporting. And it's just a short stream, but you know, anyone that's watching still, please leave a like and sub. I really talk a lot of sense into you guys today, but I wanted that to help motivate you guys in the future. You don't know. But anyways, have a nice day, guys, and peace.